Okay, so at the start of this week, I showed you a video of a potential trade setup we were watching of the US dollar against the Swiss franc. Now, if you take a look at this chart here, the trade has somewhat followed through. Well, should I say the setup has somewhat followed through. We've had the breakdown of this trend line that we were looking for. Okay, this bar here, this is the weekly chart, and we can see that the trend line has broken down. Now, if we go down to the daily chart, you will see that we had, let's zoom in a bit here, you can see we had a fairly bearish bar that broke below the trend line and closed well below. That's just this bar here. We had another down day after that, and you know, this is the current day we're on here. Now, like I said, for the conservative traders among us, which includes me, we're really looking for a pullback to this trend line. Now let's zoom out a little here. We're looking for price to ultimately come back up here. In fact, sorry, let's zoom back in. We'll zoom right in for this one. In fact, we'll even go down to the 4 hour. That might give us a better view. Okay, so this is the 4 hour view here. So this is the rising trend line here, and we've got the breakdown. We've got the breakdown here. So we ultimately want to see price coming back up to this kind of area here, somewhere here, and then we want either a bearish pin bar or a bearish engulfing candle, something like that. You know, we'd like that to form, you know, the form in this area somewhere, and then we're then looking for price to continue down. You know, if we get a bar formation exactly as we'd like, then we have, you know, then we'll have somewhere specific we can place our stop, whatever that would be. In terms of targets, we talked about targets in the last video. They remain the same. Now, if we go to the weekly chart and zoom in a little, you can see that we have sort of SR level here, quite a strong one, and that's as you can, if you look closer, you can see that's where price is battling right now. We then have, you know, this is our sort of initial target here, was a match of this low, and that was, you know, if you remember, that was to do with the divergence that was occurring here. Okay, so yeah, this is still the waiting game for us. Okay, personally, I'm watching the daily chart. You know, if the 4 hour yields something, you know, I'll see how it goes, possibly take it. But ultimately, you know, that having something on the daily around about this area is ultimately what we're looking for. Right, okay, that's it for this video, and thank you.